Welcome everyone to another video in our Bryan Fundamentals series where I try to get better at Bryan day by day and bring you along for the ride. So, the last few videos we have been toying with pretty good success the idea of this patient and not button pressy neutral and offense. So the idea is that we've been playing, neutral with the intention of landing the first hit, right? That's pretty standard. You should always be doing that in a fighting game. But the point being that the reward of the hit that we land, for example, a down 4, or even something bigger like a +5 of hatchet, or even the block of a back 1, all of these give you the reward, right, of you either tag them with a hit or you have plus frames. But in all of those situations, we're trying not to press. The idea of not trying to press is that we are trying to see what kind of player are you, right? What type of player is your opponent? And in a game as aggressive as Tekken 8, Tekken 8 is aggressive because when you're on the defense, you can do a lot of very large reversal moves to try and turn the tables on your opponent. So we want to know what do they like to do. We're actually going to defend against that so that we can then, in the next interaction of that same kind, so for example, a hatchet kick, they choose to hop kick, we are going to get them with the highest reward move that we can. Like a good example of this, right, and I think Hatchet is a great example of this, is in a vacuum, right? You're playing against a character, and let's say they're an aggressive character, like Steve, even Dragunov, Azucena, someone that you're kind of expecting to do crazy things, right? You could do Hatchet Kick and go, I am predicting that they're going to do something big, so I'm going to go for Jet Upper, right? Jet Upper is quite nearly a frame trap. The one reason it's not a frame trap is if they choose to duck jab, it's going to go over it. However, the reality of it is most people are not going to duck jab. So if you're in that situation, you could just go for it and go for this forward 3, but let's say you're playing against a Fang. Now there's a single frame where they can choose to back 1 you and knock you over and get a huge amount of damage. A Mishima or anyone with a good 10 frame would catch you there. So the point being that instead you just do hatchet and block, and then you see what they're going to do. Oh, they like to hot kick? Forward 3 is probably better. Oh, they like to duck jab. You can literally orbital the next time you are in that situation because you already know that they like to duck jab. You can cash in that read, right? That's the idea there. So we've already covered this in another video, so I won't go too much further into it, but what we are doing to augment it today is going to be very small because we learned last time that switching to now just observing our opponent or playing defensive doesn't quite work. Like, we're introducing too many things at once. We need this to be a lot more natural, like the rest of our neutral. Like, for example, our down 4 games and stuff like that. Like these kind of games where we already just kind of like fall into those literally flowcharts, right? Like flowcharts that are a tool in our toolbox. We want that to happen here. So instead of overcomplicating it, what we're going to do is we're just going to add a little bit of movement to the equation. And what I mean by that is that not only can we, what do you do if I down for you? What do you do if I hit you with a button? We can also be like, what do you do if I just come in and come back out, right? What will you do if I approach you and come back out? What would you do if I get up here on hatchet and just block for a second, right? And just block for a second. I don't even back out. I just like block, right? What are you going to do in that situation? And I think that's going to be sort of the next thing that we introduce to it. That's still kind of in that vein, right? Of I want you to press a button. I want to see when you're going to press a button or panic or sidestep or whatever. But it doesn't add too much extra to what we're thinking about. So that's the idea. Let's go ahead and get into some games. How is everyone's holiday season going? And while we're waiting, a really good drill to do if you don't want to practice like punishment or, if you want to find something to do that's actually very helpful, I find it very helpful to just move around on the screen like this, get yourself nice and warm, but also your goal is to try and hit them with like a tip range of one of your moves, right? But while moving around, time your movement in such a way that you can tip range land your move. That's very good for like just making sure that your movement is a tool that actually like helps you, right? Gets you to where you're trying to go and not, I didn't mean to do that, right? Alright, we have a Devil Jin. This is actually a perfect example of this, because if Devil Jin goes for anything crazy, we can actually launch them, right? What happens up here? Okay, they actually caught my down 4 with a 1-1. And then I sidestepped and got hit. That's okay. Good block. Sidestep. Okay, I'm just gonna block here. What do you do? Nice sidestep. Good punish. He sidestepped last time, so I'm gonna go for this. Okay. Nice. So actually this person, if you've noticed, is pretty patient, right? Hey Eric, good to see you. This person's actually pretty patient. They will do a sidestep into a move a lot. Wow, they just caught me moving. That sucks. Oh, I tried to step it, but it didn't work. That's okay. You'll notice that they're pressing a lot of buttons. That's okay. I am getting caught a lot, so I actually will just choose to get a little further away from them, right? Oh, that was really good timing. That was really good timing, actually. It's actually kind of rare that you play against a Devil Jin that has, like, solid neutral and isn't, like, scared, right? But the thing is, if he sidesteps... Oh, he went that way this time. That's crazy. That's unlucky. They've never gone to the left yet. And that's okay. Nice. We are actually panicking. They're playing so solid that I'm starting to panic, which is good. This is actually a good sign that what we're doing is working, right? Because I'm panicking from it. They do tend to sidestep into a button here. So we will use that to our advantage. Nice. Oh, interesting. Nice. Alright, we're in here. Their decisions are so good. Oh, that's plus. Got it. Jesus. All right. Whoops. Oh, I didn't break it. That's all right. This person's getting a little more aggressive, if you noticed. Oh, that didn't work. Nice. Their punishment is very good. Ooh. Wow, their decisions are so good. Oops. Oh, man. Oh, I win! Oh, my God. That was crazy. Holy shit. Is that Sylar's caster? I don't know how to say that, but thank you so much for the follow. But you'll notice that this person is they're like interesting, right? They choose to use bigger moves, and they sometimes do stuff like that where they're like, oh, actually, oh, I can't sidestep that, nice. They try to do moves like, like now forward 4-2 into a button because they don't think I'm gonna go for it, right? Okay. And we can just kind of chill here because he's trying to get that move specifically. Oh, messed it up. Oh, nice. I was actually trying to do a 4 forward 1 plus here. Oh, I didn't break it. Dang. I was finna do it too. I thought. That's alright. Nice. Nice. But we notice, like, the reads that we now have on this player, right, are they like to duck and they like to step. So we've been using relatively non-committal moves. I don't even know what that move is. We're trying to use relatively non-committal moves here to track them, right? In addition, the other thing I've noticed, nice, is that they tend to now take their frames a little dishonestly, right? In that situation is a perfect example, right? They do a while standing 4 into a button. Nice. Okay. Nice. So, like, because of that, we do have to, like, remember to use these forward 3s and stuff to take our turn back. There's the first hell sweep of the entire match. I think they probably should have used hell sweeps earlier, and I would have freaked out. Okay. See, again, the forward 4-2 into a button, right? They're doing that into a jab for some reason. Nice step there. Okay. That's not good. Nice. But you'll notice that they're trying to... So I think the next time we see them do a forward 4-2, we can do a... Okay. The next time we see them do a forward 4-2, we can do a 3+4 on our end. Nice duck. See, this person's punishment is so good. So good. They just wait for us to give them something and then they go for it. Sure. Nice. Ooh, I'm dead. Nice. I missed that forward 4-2. I would have probably won, but that's okay. Nice stuff. So what are they doing differently, right? Like, we've been sitting here watching them play this whole time, right? Like, what is happening here? Well, the main thing that I'm noticing, right, is that they're trying... Oh, interesting. They're trying to, like, lock us down, and then they're trying to whiff moves into 1-1. That's actually one of the things I've noticed. So if we can just, like, find a way to deal with that, deal with these jabs or whatnot, we'll be doing so much better. Oh my god, that's messed up. Terrible combo, but we'll take it. Yeah. And they really like I said, they like to do these sort of pushback tricks, you know, into a different button. So I'm kind of starting to take my turn back a little bit, and I get, and I'll get, like, free damage on it. Okay, there's the 1-1 again. I don't have enough frames for that because it's minus 4, I believe. Oops. That was supposed to be a 4-3. Show me the 4-4-2. Okay, nice. Nice. Oh my god, all the mids. Nice low parry. Sidestep into low parry is diabolical. Nice stuff. That's very smart. There's that button he likes to press. Oh my gosh. They also respect her down back 3. I don't know if you've noticed that. Every time. So I kind of need to look for that opportunity, right? Nice. Could have launched it. No respect there. Oh, nice. Good stuff. Yeah, I saw that. He's got some pretty crazy... I saw the QCB2 for float he did onto the wall from some clip, and it was crazy. Like, I'll show that to y'all after this. It's pretty nuts. Okay. Okay. No respect after these moves, so we're not gonna let them have an opportunity from that. Nice. We're living. I'm gonna do a down back 3 here. Mainly because they kind of let it happen. Nice. Oh, wow. Nice punish. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Nice. Good games to them. Crazy stuff. Their defense was actually some of the craziest I've ever seen, in the sense that they never missed a punish or duck, which is kind of nuts.
Get ready for the next battle.
Actually, that's not quite true. They would try to 1-1-2 earlier, and then they weren't getting it, so they started going for the I think the confirm. They tried to confirm a little bit more, is my guess. But yeah, that was a very interesting opponent. They played much better than I was expecting them to. Congrats on Tekken God, exactly. Oh yeah, let me show you what I was talking about. There's this. Oh wow, that's weird. What's going on, y'all? The game decided that we're done. That's funny. My heart rate's like this. That was actually a good set of games. I mean, I was pretty locked in trying to figure out what to do there. In the meantime, though, what is this all about? How strange. Hey, Le Pape Francis, thank you so much for Le Pape Francis, I'm guessing. Thank you so much for coming to join us. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Welcome. Let me figure out why my Tekken's not connecting. All of a sudden. Oh, there we go. And thank you for the follow as well. Thank you, Tuga. Thank you very much. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream.
Get ready for the next battle.
Alright. Takes practice, if you believe me. So what I saw Knee do was something like this. Except they have to be a little bit closer. They have to be just a little bit closer to you. So I guess we have to say like stand and approach. And then like from here, not even from there, like from like here. See, not even from there. That's crazy. So it's like here. Something like that. You can get them to wall splat. And then you can use heat. Oh, dang. The matchmaking messed this up. Something like this, but you see how she hits the wall immediately? You want her to hit the wall just a little bit less immediately. Like maybe here. Nope. Yeah, I'm kind of flabbergasted that he pulled it out in a real match, but it is Knee after all. Like this. Oh my god, even that doesn't work. That's crazy. Well, anyway, I promise I saw him do it. Blew my mind. See, that's too far. 1, 2, 3. What the heck? Yeah, I have no idea. 1. We'll keep trying because I saw this in the clip and I wanted to see if I could recreate it because it's diabolical. And I'm blown away that he knew to do that. Alright, so Steve is actually another opponent where you're kind of thinking about these back ones, right? Steve wants to back one you and get that counter hit. Back one's 13 frames, so it kind of blows through a lot of Bryan's offense if he's trying to get anything actually going on, right? So I'm just kind of happy to win neutral here, but we're just taking our time here, right? Oops. That was supposed to be 3+4. That's okay. Goes for the ducks. See that? Okay. So they're getting their offense going, right? I don't know what's going on necessarily with this player, right? So I'm going to get hit sometimes trying to get out of the pokes and the whatnot, which is okay. What do you do here? Side sway, whatever it's called, right? And he does something after. That's fine. Oh, I thought I broke it. So you can tell that this person is trying to make something happen, right? They're trying to get it into her face. They really want to play close, actually. Nice. I tried to sidestep into a 3+4. It didn't work. Alright, so there you can already tell, very pressy. Because just me throwing out moves that are meant to, like, just create space is like getting me in this situation, right? So all I have to do now, because they're trying to get in, right? There's that side sway again. They're trying to get in. So because of that, I'm going to throw out mids, right? Because he's using the sway to duck through, like, quarter circle back 1 and stuff like that, whether or not it's on tip purpose or not. So throwing these 3+4s is getting me a ton of traction here. Stay on the ground? Nope. Just take my time here, right? And you notice he's actually calmed down a little bit. Alright, that's mid. Oh, we got him. Oops. Oh, man. I forget he can make it safe. He can make it safe, y'all. We're dead. Well, yeah, we're dead. We've got to be. I don't think we get a pixel for this time. Actually, yeah, we're alive. Wants to come in, right? Oops. Nice. That was supposed to be a Requiem. Oh, man. What a choke. Notice I'm taking my time here, right? And he's still going with that side sway. And we're just getting him with it. I'm gonna go for this. Okay, so notice, see, they mashed back one there. I actually tried to end the round because they had a Kit Pixel, and that got me in trouble here. We might lose. We could very likely lose here. See, I tried to sidestep and I'm dead. Possibly. I'm just gonna go for this. I don't think it works though. He blocked! Oh, he didn't! Okay. I just had a feeling. So we managed to use our instincts to win, but like you could see that we almost lost the whole thing because I started mashing in a panic at the end of that round, right? So the game let us get lucky. We in fact lived. But scary stuff. So how are they going to adapt, right? Some of it, they're not adapting, right? What we can do to find out is we can land a move like this. What does he do? He does the same thing as before, right? He actually does just that into a button. So if I run up and like do this, okay. He doesn't even have a punish, that's fine. I'm just gonna go for this. Kind of expecting a sway there. Here. Yep. He keeps going for it. Like, that's actually crazy. So, like, I'm kind of expecting something different constantly, and it's not happening. But that's alright. That means that they're just not... We don't have to overthink it, right? We can do 1 + 2, 2 now. That's, like, the biggest reward. Like here, do this, 1 + 2, 2, right? Probably tech roll? Nope. Don't know why I did that, but sure. Not bad, right? This is kind of what I mean. Just cash it. And if we're not going to cash it, that's fine, but just block, right? Look, he still goes for it every time. That's a sick duck. There it happens again. See? Aqua Life, how's it going? I forgot that I had heat already. Okay, I'm gonna go for this. Oh my god, that's messed up. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about, right? Where it's like we're seeing what's happening. We're seeing what's happening, and you know, this is something for me to work on. I need to stop adapting ahead of my opponents, right? I need to remember to program, because the reason I all of a sudden go from like hatchet kick into a tracking move into like hatchet kick into a hatchet kick or whatever is because that's comfortable for me, right? That's what I want to be doing. I want to be hitting your legs over and over again. The problem is that's not what my opponent wants to be doing. I'm making excuses to do this, right? I'm making excuses to do this. Like, whereas if my opponent just refuses to do anything other than, you know, side sways, I need to realize that, and if I really want to switch it up from something that beats that, the way I switch it up is block, right? Like, I switch it up with a block. That's sort of where we need to be with this practice, and really, like, how we change our neutral in general, is, like, staying open-minded enough to just, like, you know what? I may come back for more information. I'll get comfortable blocking so that I get more information, but I'm not going to force something that I haven't seen yet. I think that's kind of where we want to be with this, right? Aqualight, good luck on your games then. All right, we're going to keep trying to get this thing to work. I'm going to do this. Oh, did I do it? Oh man, how did he make that happen? I'm seriously just, maybe it's only if like if the wall is slightly off like this. Something like that, right? But that's like so far. I don't know. I don't know how he did it, but I swear Nee got a wall splat here. It does seem that the off-axis is key here, though. I am seeing that. I just don't know what specifically happened. Alright.
Get ready for the next battle.
We have a Jin. Did we play this Jin earlier as the Devil Jin? Is that the Devil Jin from earlier?
Round one. Fight.
I don't think so because this is a Wi-Fi. Okay. Notice we're just kind of taking our time here. He's going for a lot of moves. What happens here? Nothing. Goes for a jab there. Interesting. I tried to sidestep for no reason. And I tried to jet up for no reason. That's okay. See, we got scared and we got blown up. That's alright. Nice. I feel like this is different. Okay. I have played them before though. Oh man. A lot of highs. Notice I'm just kind of taking my time here. What do you do here? Nothing. You just take the block. Okay. What about here? Sidestep. Oh, interesting. That's a punish? Oh man, that was... I don't even know what that was supposed to be. Okay. We are getting information. I'm pressing a little bit too much. So let's try and like go to what we said we would do. That was crazy. Oh man. Doing too many, I guess? Okay, yeah, they're just being stubborn. Okay. There's that sidestep or something. Okay. We will go for that because that's just hard to defend against. That's a mix-up. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought it was coming, but I went for my while standing one early. Okay. That's okay. Sidestep? Yep, there's that sidestep. Oh my gosh, come on. What the heck was that? There's that sidestep. Nice. We lived. I'll just block. I don't know if we've had a full wall here. We're gonna go ahead and see if the tech rolls he did. Good job. There's that sidestep. Okay, nice. Oh, I thought I set that. I did not, apparently. We're gonna take our time. He has heat. There's no reason to rush here. Take our time again. Nice. I mean, take my time as in I was gonna back when he's gonna block, and I'm gonna block, but cool. This is a little bit crunchy, which is unfortunate, but we'll keep trying. So you can tell that, like, players that are aggressive make it a little bit harder to make it a little bit harder to, like, do what we said we would do, right? Oh, wow, that crushes my jab. This person does not like when I finish my strings. Or rather, it works a lot. Okay. Nice. And they also do this 2-1 a lot. I wonder how we beat that. I feel like we can step to the left, actually. Okay. Oh, step. Nice. Cool. I'll do a down back 3 here. What do you do here to down back 3? You go for this. Okay. The other one? Yep. Side step, but that works anyway. Good step. Oh, nice. I'm kind of thinking about Demon Fall. Oops. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Go for this. Just side step. They tend to attack. They don't quite know what to do against our turn sealer, and that's okay. Just trying to get him further away from me, right? That was so lucky. I didn't mean to do that. But we'll take it. Oh, it got me anyway. Nice. We might lose. Oh. Scary. Okay. Oh my god, we won. The time was running low, so we had no time to observe, so I just started attacking and seeing when they would crack. But I do feel like in that situation they wanted to play like aggressively, right? Stone Toad, thank you so much for the follow. They really wanted to play aggressively. And I was very much focusing on like how do you defend against us? But a lot of what would happen is they would actually start running us over with their offense from the neutral because they were always looking for that. I'm wondering how I can account for that in this style. Okay, we have a Lars. We did say we were going to use some more movement today. What happens if I come in? Nothing, right? What if I do that down 4? He just comes in. Go for this. Okay. They're in. I don't know why they're in now. Oh, nice orbital. Okay, so what happened there, right? I went for a frame trap and I lost to orbital. That's a perfect example of I made the assumption that they would press, but instead of, like, in that case, blocking or defending, I just went for the button, right? And it actually got me to lose, even though on paper I shouldn't, right? And that's sort of where a lot of frustration can come from in this game if you're, like, worried about that, right? Like that's sort of a situation where you can all of a sudden find yourself being like, well, how do I play this game if everyone has this, like, crazy reversal, right? We also notice that there's already, like... Okay, nice. I was going to say, we've noticed there's already, like, a tendency after, I believe it is Heat Dash, or Heat Engager, rather, to, like, in these kind of, like, long times to think about what to do, they're going to go for Orbital. Nice. Okay, sure. Got me moving there. Tech trap. It's totally fine. These hatches are doing work. Alright, orbital. Yep. kind of what I mean, though, right? Like, we're just trying to, like, pay attention and just be kind of okay with, like, I'm gonna land my move, but I don't need to follow it up with a sequence, right? Oh, haha. Sure. That's actually pretty reasonable. I'm gonna come back, and I know that he wants to orbital, right? But let's just kind of, like, see what they do. Okay, they're in attack mode now, right? Taking my time here. That's fine. Could be worse, right? Wow, it worked. Cool. Taking our time, right? What happens here? Oh, wow, he just lets that rip. I like that. I don't think that's terrible. It worked. Now we can launch it if we block it, right? This is actually a perfect example of, like, they're choosing to attack from further away now. So we can kind of adapt to that. Oops. I'm gonna just go ahead and whatever happens. Oh, that step was crazy. Uh-oh, we're gonna get scammed. We're gonna get timer scammed. It's over. Nice. I went for wall standing 3 because I didn't think I had enough time to do anything else. Oh, wow. That's got a lot of range. Just got me moving. Fair. So see how, like, now they're choosing to play from further away. They want to tag me with these moves. And that's, so far it's working, right? Oh man, that's not good. I went the wrong way, I guess. Nice. Interesting adaptations though, right? So, what happens if I just chill and, like, let him do his move, right? Oh, nice throw. That sucks. Nice. What? Game. At least make the move not whiff. Jeez. I'm gonna go for this and just block. Okay, I get to block now. I went for a duck there, but because I was ducking, I could stand back up. I'm kind of going from these longer range moves now because they tend to press from long range. So, like, I don't know if it's becoming apparent, but, like, there's essentially two things happening right now. Like, the first one is that we are actually taking a lot of rounds with our down back 3 tricks, right? We're taking a lot of rounds with like this at the wall and things like that. If you start counting the launches, right? What either happens is that, or we, like, tag this in neutral, right? And then we get something out of it. Landing hatches, things like that. But we're very, like... But I think the point being that we spend so much time kind of getting a profile. Most of the players at this rank that we've played against so far, with exceptions, like the Devil Jin, have tended to start panicking by the end, right? And then a lot of the setups that we've practiced and taught on this channel start to work a lot because they're not ready for it, right? It's kind of like a nice, like, synergy, I guess is the best way to describe it. All right, hatchet. The side step into back 4. Nice. He did down 4 into while standing 3, which is kind of wild. I like it though. That's minus 12. Actually 11, I think. Nice stuff. This person's timing's good. And lots of hard callouts on these ducks, right? So two things for one. Down 4 is not actually that good when you block it as Bryan. So we can kind of start with that, right? Coming in. Actually, not quite yet. So I'm just taking my time here, right? I don't mind if he comes in. Okay. Oh, wow. Good stuff. Good stuff. Alright. Good stuff then. So, big fan of the ducks, this player. They haven't shown me what they like to do at the wall yet. Okay. That was supposed to be something else. Kind of taking my time here, right? Orbital, I like that. And then they stepped. Okay. Are you serious, Chardy? That's awesome. Okay. I like all of this. They're kind of moving to like real offense, right? They're kind of getting in there. More tricky stuff, right? They do like Requiem into Duck into a launch. Pretty sick stuff, to be honest. I think if we could recognize that, right, we might be able to win in the next game. So let's try that. So the thing is, like they have essentially two. They kind of have two moves. They have I'm going to block and I'm going to catch you, right? So funnily enough, I think every single move they've done on block has been a trap, right? So because of that, if we just block and stay in the right range, block but stay in the right range, we'll probably be able to do something cool. Stay at the wall here. Alright. Cool. But you see, they kind of start doing this, like, 1-2, down 1. Just, like, very, aggressive kind of options that they choose. Okay. Interesting punish there. Nice. And you can tell that they're pressing a lot here, right? We're really trying to catch them with whatever they're choosing to do. Nice punish. Nice. There's a bit of a, in the mirror, you should be aware of the possibility of like monkey see, monkey do, right? Like they do these, hit you with the exact same thing you just did. Nice. Nice stuff. certain rhythm with their side steps, I've noticed. Sure, this is all fine. Gonna finish it there. Nice. Got into the corner there. So we actually did win the next one. So the question, right, is like, are they going to start pulling out all the stops and going crazy on us? I do feel like this is a good time to actually try and fake in some movement. I've probably been subconsciously doing it a little bit, but let's see if we can't like do a mixture of like down 4 back up and just movement back up. Movement back up, right? What happens if I'm in here and then I go away? He actually just kind of runs away and just does a jab eventually. Actually, after 3, I think. Interestingly enough. Nice. See, he does... What does he do? He does a low into like a while standing 4 into an orbital or something. It's like the whole thing is a sequence designed to get me to get caught, right? Oh, wait a second. I thought that was real. Maybe not. Notice that single dash-in really got him. And they really don't want to duck at the wall, so we're just going to take 3 lows and get them there. Because they've stood there and like taken every single mid there up to this point. We'll take it. Oops. That's a crazy backsway. All of a sudden we're pressing. I don't know why. And I don't know why we won't get up off the ground, but... Or at least tech roll there. Just go for the throw here, just to see. Okay. Nice. So we managed to get there. I think I don't know. I feel like I have a hard time articulating why we got there this time around. Thank you, Near Theme. I think what we did differently was a combination of things. One is I said I was going to hatchet less, right? Because they're trying to get a block on hatchet. And then also just kind of like spending more time in the neutral to find a better time to land my moves while also kind of like staying hard to hit for them, I think is probably what we did subconsciously. And that just kind of worked out. RTs, thank you. Good to see you. Welcome to this stream, by the way, Near Theme. First timer. RTs, I think when I first started, I don't remember when you first started watching me, but I spent like 2 years or so, maybe even longer, because like since COVID or something, like streaming during T7, and I was not good. For lack of a better, I was not good, and I wasn't even good at the start of T8, to be perfectly honest. It just so happened that in T8, Peter decided to retire, and I managed to get lucky and get some lessons from him, right? Like really, really good, valuable lessons from him. I wonder if we can figure out this situation here now. So like something like this. Nope. But I think, RT, that's probably why I can play on stream, is that I've been doing it for a while. It doesn't really bother me. Plus, I used to do music when I was a kid, growing up, so, you know, I don't have too much stage fright. I don't get it. Oh, you know what? I have an idea. Like, nope. Okay, so I was thinking maybe I could like dash up and down 4 and it would still float. But no, not the case. Ooh, that looked really close to doing it. I really don't know how he did it. That's crazy. I really don't know how I did it. Maybe they patched it out already, and I'm trying to recreate old tech. It could be character size. I don't know. I don't remember which character he did again. So maybe it's like a larger character it'll work on, like Kazuya.
Get ready for the next battle.
Possibly. Alright, we have a God of Destruction Xiaoyu, okay? So, this is actually the best time to just see what she's gonna do, right? Because she has so many reversal options, right? We don't want to... Man, I thought that was a punish. But this is the perfect time to take our frames and not do much with them. Because we don't want to get, like, wrecked, right? And you'll notice that this person is all about playing their game, right? Not our game. They immediately got up and started attacking us. Sure. Alright. They are all about doing what they do, right? So because of that, we're gonna try really hard to, like, get around all this. Alright, this is a terrible combo, but bear with me, y'all. Oh no, I thought it was a punish! Wow. At least we had that. She was in the stance from far away. So, that was a brawl, right? This is Xiaoyu. It's not surprising. Immediately leads with down 4-2, I believe. Her version of it. Okay, that's good. Give her some distance here because she's gonna lead with, like, with that. And I got hit anyway. It's like multiple hits. Nice. I was gonna say, I was watching her bar and I knew she was gonna let it go. Immediately pressing buttons in all of these instances, right? Take that damage too. And you'll notice that in every one of her situations, she's choosing to press something. The 2-1-2 is actually really good at catching all of that because it will catch steps, it's a mid, it's got multiple hits, right? So it's actually pretty good for that. Okay, she wins for back 1 there. Wow! That was so sick! It wasn't even on purpose! Oh! Oh, we win! That was crazy, though. Did you see that, y'all? I accidentally jumped and jumped over the sequence and launched her. What in the robbery? The fact that it's against Xiaoyu, I have zero guilt, but it's hilarious. Alright, we'll go for this, and we're gonna block. There we go. See? She showed us that back one before. Okay, I went for a heat smash there. Nice. Okay. But you'll notice that, like, we have been switching to, like, okay, I'm going to cache the things that I've learned, right? Okay, that's not bad. So punish into that mix-up, that's okay. She's trying to reverse things right now. She still goes for the back one. Is not afraid. Go for this. Oh man. Nice. Scary stuff, right? I'm not so sad about losing to that. What I would be more sad about, to be honest, is losing to something that they've done two times in a row. Yeah, like that's okay though, because that's Xiaoyu. The whole point of Xiaoyu is to do that, and if you find the window, you get all your damage back, right? Okay, nice. AOP, I respect it. She just ran into that. See, 2-on-2 is so good for fighting these things because it has so many hits and they're all mids. It's just a mid. Snake Edge, sure. We're just checking, we're going through the entire well at this point. Nice. Oh, I went for Jet Upper and I got that instead. Go ahead and do this. Oh, nice. I went for Jet Upper, not Jet Upper, Mach Punch again. Okay, nice. If we got that Jet Upper, I would have been happy, but, you know, I bet it all. 1-4 is actually really good in that situation. I just kind of like stumbled upon it once. But 1-4 actually deals with a lot of these types of like tricks that they'll do. Oh man. Oh man, I went for a orbital, so my hands were away from the throw buttons. That's really good. Okay, nice. So now we have to play another game against them. That's scary, but we'll get there. But you're right, like, the Xiaoyu wants to attack, right? So the Xiaoyu, we need to hang on to our, like, offensive lead as long as we can. And to do that is, not getting caught by, like, the option that they choose to do. It's a combination of, like, learning to block and not be afraid to block against it, but also, that was while standing 3. What the heck? Okay. Oh my gosh, that's sick. Nice. I'll just go for this. Okay. Alright. We are fighting back, right? Because at the end of the day, she's choosing to like take her turn back. We gotta find those windows where we can like get a turn steal, not a turn stealer, but like maintain our turn, right? Like here, she tends to press a button. Here, like that. Oh, I'm standing. Dang, I thought it was while standing 4. That was wrong, but that's okay. See, there's that back one she loves. Okay. And we get it. Nice. Like, I don't even know how to play against Xiaoyu. I'm just, like, basically just trying to survive the onslaught, right? I know a couple things. Oh, that was sick sidestep, though. Nice. Nice. Notice, see, she's really just trying to, like, dig deep in the bag, see if I know about this. Most of them I don't. And that's okay. I'm not worried. I'm not losing from here. I'm losing from... I'll stand. Okay, she waited. I like that delay, though. Like, that's a full mix-up. We just have to wait and see, right? Okay. There's that back one, because she's afraid, right? And we win. This is kind of what I mean. It's like we're not losing because I can't defend against the Xiaoyu onslaught. We are losing because I can't win when I do get a chance. And I do get chances every game. So that's sort of like what I'm trying to say. Is that like, we won not because I knew what Xiaoyu was doing. We won because I observed that she was doing back one for that panic move after Hatchet. And we set that up, right? I set it up with the intention of getting that jet upper so that I can finish the round. That's sort of where we need to be trying to win in our games. Later, with labbing and time and practice, we can defend and we can recognize more and more fake things, right? But until then, we also need to just get really good at our character and try and get rid of as many holes in our offense as we can. There's like two sides to this, offense and defense. Alright. Miari's, though, we do not know her very well because she's new. Kind of taking my time here. She has to jump into a spear, so that's going to be like some kind of a mix-up situation that I can 4-3 probably. I won't worry too much about them, but I am trying to learn things. We're just kind of blocking. What is the frames of that? Let's not die with heat. Nice. I like that. Oh, nice. No one really expects this anymore. Okay, get a punish of that. That's a power crush. Okay. That's a punish. The mid. Alright, I panicked. I pressed the button. It's okay. I tried to sidestep. I didn't. That didn't work. Nice. It's okay. We're learning, right? Again, I didn't lose because of the sequence that led up to that point. I lost because I panicked when I was trying to get that Laxus Pixel, right? And all of a sudden, we died. That's Slowberry. That's what I mean. Like, yes, she lived with 1 HP, but we kind of got greedy and we got reversals, right? And that's where we need to learn to get better. At least I've made it stop. That's okay. Oh, man. Nice. We're living. I do kind of get this feeling that they're reversal heavy, so I'm starting to do more and more down force, right? Nice. I thought that was going to hit, or like get blocked at least. I didn't think it would whiff. That's alright. Taking my time here, right? Okay. Could be better. Nice. So I wonder, she does that a lot, the jump. And I kind of wonder. Okay. So now we're going for a lot of this ducking nonsense to try and like catch us. Oh, interesting. Alright, I tried 4-3 a few too many times and I died. That's okay. Nice. I didn't know my windows there and I lost. And that's alright, right? The point is that we had a round where we were ahead. And they had a pixel and I got so greedy with trying to press, right? Just trying to win, and then they were able to like fight back. It was a combination of that. I bet that power crush is launch. So let's do that. Oh my gosh. So let's try, why with all these power crushes all of a sudden? Lucky. Just block. That was a bit bad, but well, you know what I mean. Sure. Bit greedy, right? Nice. You can mid-check it? That's what I'm guessing, yeah. There's a lot of it that's probably fake. Ooh, nice. I do think my jabs are not going to be that great. Finding the opportunity to either just do down 4-2 maybe? Okay. Okay, take my time here. Oh, wow. She just raw did it. That's crazy. Good timing, though. Open timing rage arts, when it happens, are kind of impressive. But at the same time, I kind of wonder, was I that obvious, or did they get lucky? Bet I can get more than that. See, I went 1-4 and I got ducked, right? So if I'm gonna do something down 4-2 or 4-3, one or the other, right? I can go greedy with 4-3 maybe, just because I don't know what's real yet. Like that. Stay on the ground. Oh man, I went for a mock punch there. That's okay. Okay, we're gonna take our time here. Wow, her timing's so good. Literally doing open timing power crushes and stuff. Nice. Interesting. Nice, we'll take that. I'm gonna do a throw here, just to get her back towards the wall a bit, and for that reason. Cool. So we're live. I'll leave her with a jab, just in case. Okay. See, forward 3. We gotta forward 3 to check these things. Power crush out of nowhere. Oh no, I tried to duck it. I think I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm not dead yet. Okay, I thought I teched. I guess it wasn't enough time to tech. Good stuff. Good stuff from them. So, yeah, interestingly enough, right? It is difficult because they're going for these types of things, and I'm trying to figure out when I can challenge, when I can't, right? But we had a lot of these opportunities, funnily enough, right? They did something that would have been a good time for us to practice what I said of, like, using our movement to bait things, right? The fact that they just randomly throw these power crushes out, when I am 100% certain that power crushes launch on block, right? At least for Bryan. I think that would have been a great opportunity. Like, if you're throwing launch punishable moves out, I'll just stand here and try and get you to throw them out in neutral so that I can block it, right? Didn't work out that way. That's okay. We're learning, right? We're all learning. It's minus 13. My life is a lie. Okay, in that case, we'll take this and we'll be happy. You can literally do this into something like this. You can do this. In fact, you can do, right? That's a whole mix-up. Though I don't know why it didn't work in June. I don't know from a punishment standpoint if we're going to be standing closer. It's actually... Oh, of course. She's literally tech rolling. I literally said if you don't tech roll, then this works. But otherwise, it won't. It won't. But you can literally go for these. If I do it right. That's crazy. What am I doing wrong? Anyway. I'll keep practicing. But, you know, taking a 13 or even a 12, actually 4-1 would be pretty good in that situation. We would take those. But yeah, that's a little tuned. I guess I'm spoiled though. I kind of like character, like I thought mid power crushes tend to always be minus 14, but even Bryan has a minus 13 mid power crush, right? So like, oh well. I'm complaining when my character's got the same thing. Okay. Nice. Got in our face, went with that. That's fine, right? They punked us. Stay on the ground for a second. Okay. Nice. Alright. We died in the corner. It happens, right? Taking my time here, what do? Goes for a body move or something. Okay, that catches me. That's fine. Sure. But this is a little crunchy, unfortunately. But the idea is the same, right? It's like they're trying to play this neutral and get away from us. Actually, it's really crunchy. What the heck? It's so crunchy. For, like, oh my gosh. Look at how crunchy it is, y'all. I don't mind the Steve matchup, but when you gotta have a good connection. I say that with, like, the most cope in the world right now, because, like, if you don't have a good connection, like, you can't see him. And when the connection is, like, unstable like this, it gets even worse. But we will try. I'm gonna do a hatchet. Okay. Look at that. The screen froze, so he was able to get a nice low parry. Witness my cope. This is terrible for wired. 3 frames of rollback on wired. Alright. I am not actually gonna rematch because this feels unplayable. Kind of crazily enough. We will unfortunately. We're unfortunately going to leave. So see, sometimes you just get punked by any connection. It's not necessarily the Wi-Fi's. Sometimes even the wireds can feel like a Wi-Fi. Yeah, they don't mind. I mean, to be perfectly honest, right? Like if you're able to play a very fast offensive character, you want there to be some lag because you're not looking at the screen necessarily. You are dialing in a sequence, right? Fundil, thank you so much for the follow. But nothing against them. We never assume it's on purpose, right? We never assume it's on purpose. Yeah, exactly. Ironically, I used to play against that type of player a lot when I played Magic. So if you're familiar with the idea, for those of you who used to play Magic, familiar with the idea of a burn deck was a deck that, you know, you're 2 players that are playing creatures and all this stuff and like, but you have like a health, right? Burn decks would just constantly yeet cards at the opponent's face basically to deal as much damage to their face as possible and kind of just skip through all that and win quickly. And I remember, and that's fine, it's a whole strategy, right? It's a really healthy, balancer on the format to keep things from getting too greedy. But that being said, I played against one opponent once that was just so, I don't know, smug, I guess, right? Yeah, he was a smug red player. And he was sitting there and he goes, yeah, I just decided I don't feel like thinking. I'm going to make my opponents think and I'm just going to be here eating chips. And I remember thinking, like, it was just such a funny thing to say. He's, like, literally sitting there just, like, chilling out, you know, while I'm sitting here in the tank trying to figure out how I'm going to win. And sure enough, I clutched it out. I found, like, I mathed it, right? I mathed it like I did the thinking that he said I was supposed to do, right? I mathed it out, and I got it so that I was going to win. And this guy, in the first game, he goes, well, you got out of this time. And then the second time, you know, he gets a god hand or whatever, he runs me over. And then the third game's like pretty close again, and I mathed it out. And ironically, the true irony here, I'm gonna tentatively say no. The true irony here is that he misplayed, I'm pretty sure. The way I remember it, they misplayed in game 3, where they're sitting here chilling out, eating chips, you know, and definitely could have done something differently to win. And I capitalized on the misplay, and I was going to win. And that guy was pissed. So it's like kind of a funny thing where it's like the players that hide behind make you deal with it are the ones that also can't handle it when you deal with it, right? Like, can't emotionally handle it when you deal with it, because the whole point of this is that you get an easy way to win without having to put your reputation and your thoughts on the line, right? The idea is like, I didn't lose because I got outplayed. I lost because my opponent passed the quiz, so to speak. Yet the true irony there is that a lot of them can't actually take a loss anyway. So, and so it's just like, funnily enough, those wins become even more sweet because those people are going to be salty in a lot of situations. Not every aggro player is like that. Veters, he's one of my mods. Veters is a psycho. Veters is like light Yagami. He just wants to watch you squirm as he puts you in this crazy situation with his contingencies upon contingencies of his aggro character. So like, those are scary, but a lot of them are not like that. Alright, so we're just kind of chilling out here. Good step from them. Good mid. I went for the guess there. I went for this as well. I'm gonna block. Look, she does a delayed duck into a move. I flinched and I pressed my heat, and then Freudian slipped it into neutral. But like, that's interesting, right? Yeah, exactly. Veters, if you want to know, in Modern he played Amulet Titan. If you're familiar with that deck. I'm gonna hold the block here. Hold the block. Interesting. Interesting. You're not familiar with Modern? Okay. Amulet Titan was a lands deck. It was the whole idea of the deck was it was using stuff like Primeval Titan. That was sick. To get a ton of lands out. A bunch of cheating to temporarily get a bunch of the Karoo lands, which are the ones that add 2 mana and bounce a land back to your hand. Cheat it out as fast as you can, and then just like put out a crap ton of utility lands on the battlefield and win because of it. But it was very much like your opponent's sitting here going like, what line is he going for here? Look at those ducks. That's good. You see that? That's information, even if I lose here. So that was his deck of choice, and if it wasn't that, he would play Infect. Same idea. It's just like weaving a web. Okay. Nice. Oh, nice. They pressed. Nice. Good stuff. That was a lot of confidence there, but I appreciate it. Okay, cool. Let's try to lock in and see if we can win. They're playing pretty interestingly, right? But the one thing that we've noticed is that they hate lows, or are something to that effect, because you can see them pump ducking a lot. So if we just do these back ones, kind of get them into a bad situation, right? She actually went for a panic move there, and I got counter hit. But that's the idea. So we're going to back one into a block, right? Okay, so you see, she backs up, delays a button, and then presses. And that's actually getting me in trouble because I'm still not holding the block. I'm like only holding the block for a little bit, right? So what we'll do is first of all, we'll throw the button out faster. equipment, but sure. Oh no! Nice low parry. Stoic, good to see you. Unreal. I don't think I'm dead yet, though, am I? Maybe I am. It feels like borderline. Okay. Nice. Ha ha. We got there. Kind of take my time here, right? Alright. Stay on the ground, right? No. Tech roll. I forgot that's how that works. Just gonna go ahead and let it finish. I'm gonna hold the block, even if they choose to do something crazy. Okay. They've been doing a lot of come into your face and do a duck. Like that. Remember how I said, that after those back ones, they're gonna wait a little bit and press a button? That's why I did that 3+4. The 3+4 will catch that because it's an incredibly greedy, like, counter hit button, right? For that reason. Oops. Yeah, they're gonna press. Nice. Oh, it's -14 now? Oh my gosh, Mortal Blade, thank you. I thought it was -12. That's crazy that's -14. Thank you. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Even after a jab there. So see, we're kind of getting comfortable here. We're pressing. I see jab hit. I go for a hatchet, and I get in trouble. Okay, I went for forward 3 there. Wrong time. That's okay. Go again. Side set this time. Okay, fair enough, right? I went for a big read because I don't have much health. And it's okay that I lost because I still got information that they're adapting, right? Duck. So now we know duck and side set. How about, so we'll keep that in mind. Of course, Mortal Blade. Yeah, I need to be a little bit more on top of my videos in the case. That is not 1-2. That is 2-1, I think. Oh, wow. Nice stuff. Okay. You can tell that they're kind of... I don't know if the word is mad. I think they're trying to, like, gain the mental advantage here and just scare the shit out of us, right? That's sort of what... That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. These 3+4s are going to give us a lot of traction here. Okay. I'm just going to go for this. Oops. Nice. And we kind of like just close it up there with some traps, right? Not really much reason for me to do it there. I'm going to do 1+2 here because they tend to either duck or do a side set there. I was wrong, but that's okay. Whoa, nice. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Oh, nice sidestep. I went 1-2-1 because I thought that they would press something, but I was wrong, see? Oh, they gave it to us! They gave it to us. The panic. Interestingly enough, right? This does kind of put us into a... I can kind of notice now that my RAM is increasing, right? I can notice that just by like forcing myself to play in this way, I'm paying more attention to my opponents, right? So now we're able to just kind of naturally catch on to things that we know about. Like, oh, I know there's a high after that. I'm going to try and duck. Oh, I got it, you know? It's kind of interesting how that works. Okay, he actually went for a mid there. Okay, 4 hits. Strengths here. Sure. Sure. So you'll already notice, like, right? They did a few things. First of all, they just kind of like let rip a lot of stuff in neutral, right? So because of that, I'm kind of going for stuff. Get it? Nope. That's okay. Okay. You notice they keep on waking up. Oops. They keep on waking up with buttons, right? And they're ducking. We're gonna do something here so we don't drop it. Like, they are waking up and they are hitting. So that's fine. That means we've got information here, right? And there's a lot of duck jab whenever they're trying to take their turn back. So if I go for this, oops. Oops, I tried to sidestep to the left, that didn't work. That's okay. I'm kind of expecting them to do a duck jab at some point. Oh no. Oh, charge, sure. That's fine. I thought maybe there was a high in my future. I was wrong. Okay. See, I do a move, he goes for the duck, right? So orbital next time. But it's specifically on my punishes. Oh wow. Throw? I've ducked 3 times in a row. Let's not overthink it then. Sure. Sure. So see, like, this is a kind of like a classic, like, I'm not really worried about what you're doing. I'm going to fight back. And we are getting in trouble because I'm pressing. Do you see me? Like, you'll notice I have 1-4, I press a button. So let's really try and, like, find our fundamentals of what we're practicing today. Of single hit, even though I'm scared, right? Okay. They went for power crush there, though. Sure. And I do think that jumping, like, kick that he's doing, that while running 4 is probably launch. We'll see. That one. Alright. It is minus 14. I knew it. Oh, nice. Sidestep into that, sure. I went for turn stealing. I'll do this now. That's gonna work. Right, there's 2 hits. There's 3rd hit there. I fought, and I managed to put a button out. But let's not worry too much about that. we do at the wall here? Oh, I missed. That's okay. What? I'm so sad. That power crush was interesting. I was expecting more of like a down jab, which that would not have stopped actually, funnily enough. Go for this. Yep, there's the power crush. I was kind of expecting something like that, right? Nice. We're kind of going for the stuff that they don't know what to do with, right? I'm going for my my heat here, because I'm kind of... Oh, wow. Because I was kind of expecting them to press. I was wrong. That was a really sharp low parry for sure. Okay, we're alive though. We have a charge. Nice. Oh wow, I was turned the other way. That's really smart. That's really good. Take my time here, right? Whatever you do, I'm fine. Wow, these kicks though. Nope. Okay, nice. Nice. Sure. You'll notice that at some point we do need to just take our frames back because they are playing crazy, right? So that's my decisions on the defense and it's working. But funnily enough, like, I do think that shoring up our offense is what's actually keeping us from just getting randomly launched from them now. Low parry? Sure. We also need to, like, use different moves a little bit, right? Oh my gosh, nice. I keep trying to punish it from Tekken 7. Nice. I'm gonna hold the block. Nice. He goes for the low. Okay. Good punish. Oh, I went for the low. Nice. All right. Wow, I got it. We got it. I feel like that's an option select. Nice. They were looking for it. Sure, we'll take it. Not even real taunt. Sure. Hey, I overachieved. Good to see you. Yeah, we got... I was trying to block the low, and then I didn't see it come out, and I just kind of panicked and did while standing free, which is probably the option select there. Sure, run up throw. That's fine. Oh my gosh. These tech rolls are destroying me. Sure, I'm gonna block. Ooh, nice. Oh, they didn't. Oh no. Dang. Well, we got it. I overachieved. It's going good. I'm kind of trying to play a different style of Tekken now. I'm trying to, like, work on my patience. You can kind of see it ebbs and flows. They're like these Fakam games. I'm just struggling, so to speak, to like keep my head over water because they are giving me like overloading my brain with, you know, these situations and these mix-ups, and I don't really know what to do. So then I start to panic. I start to, you know, press and stuff. But overall, it's been giving me a lot of success. Just like immediately bounced us all the way to Tekken God Supreme pretty much once we started trying it. It's just kind of getting comfortable with the block, right? Just getting comfortable blocking as much as we can. What we will do eventually is we will try and apply this to like closer ranges, right? Like try to get in these spaces and now stop freaking out. I think it's a little counterintuitive because it's a little counterintuitive because you can get really mixed in that situation. So I think it's like scary, but I also think it's probably very useful to be able to do that and just like kind of be comfortable with like, what do people like to do in this situation, right? Build some hours in the close range so that we're ready to brawl it out when it comes to it. I'm just kind of like, this is the same player by the way, so I'm kind of taking some liberties right now with like my reads. Okay. Fakumram is pretty linear though. You notice like doing all those steps just kind of got around things. Ooh, not that way though. Sure. Nice. Good, perfect. That will happen. Is that one launch, I wonder? Nice. That's sort of the, oops. That's sort of the danger of putting those moves from so far away. I keep falling for that. Okay, you went for the low, that's fine. Get him back to the wall. Ooh, and he pressed. Okay. We kind of know that they're going to do these types of greedy things when it's when their moves get blocked, right? So I'm starting to throw out jabs and stuff. That's crazy. Do you see that? I can't believe I didn't get that punish. What's with all the throws all of a sudden? Pressing. Nice. Okay. Ooh, they're going ham. Okay. Oh, sure. Alright, we're live. Nice. Button, button, button. That's fine. You can kind of tell that that's their adaptation, is that they're just going to throw the kitchen sink at us, right? Empty jump lows are hilarious. I think empty jump while standing punishes are better. We saw that against the Xiaoyu. Oh, they don't actually want to play anymore. That's funny. They got their honor back. And then they promptly left it in order to run. I feel like, I wonder what I could have done better. I honestly think that I was losing the plot of their wake-ups. Like, their wake-ups were very much like wait on the ground, and then do like this, and then wake up, right? and then they would wake up with a button. So they were really like kind of used to just getting launched and playing on the ground there. I think I could have. It's kind of hard to deal with those types of stuff, but I think we need to step around it probably. Is my guess. Is there any time when 2 jab becomes optimal over 1 jab? Probably only when you're doing a 2-3 punish. Okay. Oh, I thought I broke it. Nice. Look at this person. Oh, wow. I missed it. Okay. This person pressing. What? That's crazy. All good. This person is very crazy. That's all right. They're the other Bryan, right? This is the dark side of Bryan. See if I can beat it. I might get destroyed. The key to this, right? The key to beating this is twofold. First of all, don't overtake your turn, right? And your frames aren't real and their frames aren't real. That's kind of the best way to think of it. It's like they're not actually plus and you're not actually plus. I mean, they said this guy Bryan's. What? You're jiggling the Wi-Fi switch? That was sus as hell. Right? Alright. We're just gonna block here. What are you gonna do? Nothing. You're actually gonna hold the block. You're trying to duck, I guess. Okay. Okay, sure. That's actually pretty reasonable. This is not real either. Oh, okay, sure. Alright, we're even now, basically. Oh my gosh! Did you see all the pump ducks they did earlier? That's why I went for 2 mids there, right? Like, I saw the pump ducks and I was like, alright, even if we don't catch it, like, we're kind of safe here, right? Oh, they ran away. They know. They're trying to use the scrolls against me. Right. Alright. Exactly. It's really funny. I looked up my stats, and they said my best matchup is the mirror. It's like, my online win rate against Bryan is something like 60-65%. Alright, we have a Lee. Lee's scary to deal with because... What the You absolute animal. I didn't want to punish it. I didn't even know how to punish it, to be honest. But that's hilarious. I'm gonna take the low. I don't mind. Okay, I don't have enough time to do that one. But next time, I can do forward 3. I did a standing 3 there, which is slower. Maybe he is a Yoshi main. Nice. Wake up, wait, do a hop kick. Yeah, it feels like a Yoshi main, but even if they're not. Nice step. You see that step? Unbelievable. Some of these people are, they got some crack movements from time to time. long ass duck. I could have gotten more than 1-4, but you know, we take something, right? Ah. Okay. Okay, nice. We'll take it. They certainly act like a Yoshi player, Brandy. Either that or a bear or something. Or maybe they're truly a marvelous Lead player. Nice. We'll take it. I'll do a catch it here and then block. Sure enough. Notice how I'm like kind of like mixing between things, right? I'm trying to set up this situation where they really don't know what's going to happen. They just start throwing stuff at the wall. I keep forgetting that that's like the situation there, and it pisses me off. I hate that move so much. The punch follow-ups, like, man, I keep thinking I can punish it. My law game is too strong. See you again. Okay. They're trolling. Yeah, their prowess is pretty high. So they're kind of just trying to see what we'll do, right? Which is fine. We'll check his command in a second, after we play. This is main Bryan, that'd be hilarious. But, I'm kind of keeping in mind when he does down forward ones, because that's when I want to get my side step to the left into a jet upper. Got me stepping there. That step, though. It actually is Bryan. That's hilarious. No wonder. Like, what do you do here? Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. They may know, but they also don't respect, right? Nice. I like that weight. That was so sharp. That was also really sharp. Nice. I went for the low pair. But definitely when someone's trolling, you kind of need to think differently of like how they're choosing to like choose their neutral options, right? Nice. Least scary. Nice. I'll just go for this throw. Oops, that's not a throw. Ooh, that's a really tricky one. We need to be careful with that. So I think one thing I am just going to start doing is that I am going to start like respecting the moves he does on block that I failed to punish. I'm just gonna let him have it, right? Because he's trying to use these hop kicks to like kind of dishonestly is the word I would use. Not in a nice way, like in a tactical way. They're trying to dishonestly like whiff things so that I will get caught, right? And that's smart. I'm gonna do this and block. And get him. Oh no! Okay, we got it. Good stuff. I let him have it, and I died for it. Probably hatchet kick. I'm gonna push him to the wall here. That's the only reason I'm doing this. Oh no! That's really smart. I'm kind of... Oh, he went for it! Oh, he went for a throw? What a genius. Oh my gosh. He's better than I am. He's better than I am. We're gonna... I accept defeat. That's hilarious. I freaked out and did way too many mock punches in a row. And they weren't even mock punches. That's like the real, irony there. So yeah, they are a Bryan player with 100 in attack. What on earth? 100 in attack. So, that's funny. What is my stats? We're gonna check that, and that's gonna be like the last of the stream. I'm just curious. I haven't looked at my profile in like forever. Where is it? Is it down here? My profile. I have a 90 in attack. 95 in technique. What does technique even mean? What does that even mean? I don't know. But either way, cool stuff. Is this oh really? Do you choose who you want to be your main character though? Is that like, I feel like theoretically this is that's like something you can choose to say you're a Bryan player, but you don't necessarily, you're not necessarily like, it's not based off your matches, right? Let's try and figure it out. Combo and execution, really? That's interesting. Hood rich word. Okay. I'm trying to think if I can just like look up this person's see their like previous games or something. Watch their replays. Yeah. Hey, the UI is actually doing something for once. So they've been playing a lot of Lee. Then they have been playing some Bryan. Their Bryan is higher ranked. Their Jin is pretty high ranked. They play everything. Wait. No, they switch sides. Oh, shoot. This person's switching sides? Alright, y'all. They're actually a Bryan main. Look at this. They are actually a Bryan main. 100% a Bryan main. Look at that. They are actually... Look, they got the games to back it up. That's hilarious. Alright, well, GG's to them. They destroyed us. Alright, so... this was pretty interesting. I think that... To be perfectly honest, I'm like exercising... Yeah, exactly. I've been practicing and exercising this muscle of playing observantly, and we have a ways to go. I think that, as you can kind of tell, as the session goes, or as like things start to go wrong, I fall back to my old ways. And the important part for this, if it's anything like when I learned down 4, or down back 3, or any of the other techniques that we practiced, it was this idea of like, don't dip back into the well of what's comfortable. Don't, like, notice when you're doing the autopilots of what you're used to, and like, break your own habits and molds of what you're normally trying to do as a player, and force yourself to trust in the process, trust in the thing that you're trying, right? This is literally advice that Tone gave me. Like, we are practicing something based off advice from Tone. It's gonna be, like, relevant and useful. So we're going to trust in the process, like, be like, if I lose, so be it. I did the thing that I'm here to practice. And I think that will help us just get better and better at doing this. Tomorrow, we're going to do the same thing on player 2 side. I think that's important to do the same technique on both sides when you're practicing, so we're going to try and do that next time. But that's, I think, my takeaway, is that just trust in the process, keep at it. So that being said, let's do our YouTube sign off. If you're coming from YouTube, be sure and like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It really helps us grow. We really love seeing the new people show up. And if you want to watch it live, it's going to be at twitch.tv/VonTiban. That's VONTIBAN. We stream Tekken Bryan Saturdays and Sundays, typically 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Time. That first hour is for a type of labbing. I'm kind of trying to figure out what to do during that first hour right now, so we haven't done it all that often. But the next 2 hours, 9 to 11, is what you just watched today. It's structured learning, just trying to practice a technique and get better at it, right? So with that being said, if you didn't catch that, that's all in your description down below, as well as the link to our Discord if you'd like to join our community of players and share notes, try and get better at the game together, share wins and victories, and commiserate. By all means, come check us out. And that being said, thank you so much. I hope this has been useful for you. This is a really hard thing that I'm trying to do. I would say that it is, at least for me, I would say that it is something that you can do after you've sort of like gotten the basics of what you're even trying to do with your character. Like, learn what do I do against sidestep, duck, mash, various options, and get that game plan ingrained into your mind. And then once that game plan is ingrained into your mind, then you proceed to this step of, now, what are they doing, right? You went from what do I do to what are they doing? As that's essentially the step that we're trying to take. So, wherever you are in that journey, best of luck. I hope this has been of use for you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.